have 5 of my siding boards cut to length, but I still have to cut the tongue off of one. Here, I'll show you what I'm going to do. But this top lip being so thin, that's going to leave a lot of slop underneath this splashing. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it like I did this one. Just cut that top off is all I did. So I'm going to put the top one in first, just so I can get it in underneath that flashing all the way. I don't want to start at the bottom, even though that would be easier. Start at the bottom and then just stack them like that. So I'm going to have to start at the top and then just slide these underneath like that, which poses a nailing issue because typically, if I don't want to see my nails, I would nail at the bottom of this tongue right here, and then it would be covered up like that. So I think I may end up face nailing it. Don't hate me for it. I think that's just the way it's gonna be. Well, let's get going. Check it out. It's pretty good. I'm happy with it. This wall's gonna go a lot quicker. Cut a bunch of boards and go from there. I don't know if you saw how I did this bottom row. The 2 bottom rows I just put on at the same time, tucked them up, and I was able to curl them up underneath and tack them down like I'm supposed to. So that worked out well. Well, let's keep going on the siding, finish this wall up, and then we'll get going on the benches. Oh, holy cow. Ooh. Yeah, don't look at me, I'm hideous. walls are finished. Look at that. It's pretty good, huh? Now I just got to get going on this bench. It shouldn't take too long. Let me show you what I'm going to do here. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to build this top out so that my bench is about 3 inches wider than it is now, deeper than it is. So I'm going to rip a 2x4. Actually, I'm going to rip 2 2x4s, treated 2x4s, and I'm going to set them right against this one, build this out to about here, and then I'll put my 1x trim, my 5/4 is what they call it. It's a deck board, 5/4 deck board. So I'll put that on the outside, and then I'll get longer deck boards for the top, and we'll finish it off that way, just kind of like it was, but only it'll be 3 inches deeper. So I have enough 2x4s to rip, I believe, to get going on the face of that. I don't think I have enough 5/4 material for the actual bench top, because tomorrow is Thursday, and I have to finish this video and edit it and upload it and do all that stuff by Friday. So I'm cutting it short. I hope I'm not late. Let's get back to work. So I built out the top of this bench with 2x4s here. I just stacked 2 of them up against each other, screwed them onto my original, and I did put a bead of caulk on the top at the joints just because I don't want water sitting there forever. I know it's treated wood. Everything here is either treated or cedar, so it should be okay, but standing water, I just don't like it. You probably saw I cheated. Don't tell anyone. My final piece of trim is going to sit proud like this, and then my seat boards are gonna butt up against this outside one, which is gonna be higher than that. So that means I had to rip these 2x4s here, and when I ripped these 2x4s, what was left was this much. So I just took 2 pieces that were left over, stacked them together. It'll be fine. No one will ever see it. It's treated, and I saved about, I don't know, $8. I know it's not a lot of money, but I'll take it. So next we got to cut a bunch of 21 inches, actually 21 1/8 for this side, 21 for that over there. So I have all my cedar right here. I'm going to try to cut 6 boards at a time. Easier said than done, but I think we'll be able to save some time doing this. Okay, I have it all wrapped up. Last thing I have to do, I'm gonna stain this real quick. I'm gonna touch up paint. I did caulk all my cracks and my nail holes above. So I'm gonna use the same stain. It's Olympic stain. It's the same stain I'm using on Red Moose Ranch for everything. And it is in the video description. I do have a link for it if anyone is curious. So let's stain this real quick, paint that real fast, and then you can go get on with your normal, everyday, happy lives. Okay, let's wrap this up. This project is finished. Look at that. Karen and I were talking about this for about 2.5 years, so thankfully we're done. I think it turned out great. Well, thanks for watching this special edition of Life on the Moose. Life off the Moose, actually. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. Oh, that question I asked you the last episode, I believe, about what old item I purchased for the outdoor kitchen. Overwhelmingly, I would say 90% of you guessed an old wood stove, which really surprised me. I didn't think it was going to be overwhelming that amount. I wouldn't have guessed that ever. So you're probably going to be disappointed. It's not a wood stove. It's not a stove of any kind. Today is the 5th of September, and I have received one correct answer. One was very close. One was absolutely correct. So I'll let you know in an upcoming episode or two what that is. So thanks for guessing. Well, that's it. Thanks for dropping by my home and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. You take care of yourself. I'll see you back at the ranch next week, bright and early. Okay, maybe the regular time.